Girl time, Court Stace.
Girl time, Court Stace.
Welcome to Girl Time with Court and Stace. This is another weekly session of our wind down rendition of Girl Talk.
And today we are so excited because we are amongst friends. So we have Lachey and Shonda here with us today, and we're gonna ask some questions and get into some girl time discussions. So it should be a lot of fun today. So we're excited.
So every time we get together, we always talk about a wide variety of things, and it's just nothing but a bunch of fun and laughter, jokes, and like, girl, what you talking about?
Right.
So today, just to keep us, kind of like focused on like one kind of like subject matter, we are going to do a pull out the bag black and white situation.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
what you got in that bag, Stacey?
I have a whole bunch of words in this bag. So what I want you to do, I'm going to pass this bag around, okay?
Okay.
And you are going to pick from the bag. And I don't want you to say, oh, I don't want this word. You are going to pick the word you pick, you are going to keep
be
it.
stuck with that word,
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So when you pick the word, you are going to say whatever comes to your mind. There's the first thing that comes to your mind. And then we're just going to have a little bit of feedback, chit chat about what that topic is.
Combo.
Right, and we're going to have fun. And who wants to go first?
I'll go first,
Okay.
Stacey.
All right.
Okay, let's see. I better get a good one too.
All right. Just say what's on your mind.
Girls trip.
Oh.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So when I think of girls trip, I think the ideal girls trip would be like a trip to Jamaica.
And do what? In Jamaica, get your groove back? Like Stella?
I want to be Stella. I can get my groove back. I can get my grown and sexy on. And no, I think about, seriously, but I think about girls and just like your girls, like your not associates, but your friends that you can let loose with and you can have fun with. No one's judging you. And someone, people that you really feel, you can let your hair down with.
But there's one thing, when I say a girls trip, everybody can't go on your girls trip. No,
that is very true.
Right. So Shonda, you have a girls trip
every year, right?
Well, we usually like every other year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's always good. And
Do you girls go, like, is it a lot of you girls? Or
yeah, sometimes it's like 17, 18.
Oh no, see, to me,
there's been times
5 is the most.
We had 21 one time.
Oh, I always do big
No,
girls trips.
I don't want
we
that.
do because
It's fun.
I wouldn't want that because with a lot of different women comes with a lot of different attitudes, right?
Okay, then go on
a lot
about
of
your
different, a lot of different personalities. A lot of people want to do a lot of different things. You may be
And
a
that's
person
okay,
that
though.
wants to sit on a beach. You might be a person that loves, the water. I might want to
That's
go
me.
shop. Or, you may want to do something else.
you do
and
you,
wanna,
right.
You may want to go to the casinos, and that's not me.
no, but it's okay.
So when you're dealing with 21 different personalities, I think that's very challenging.
No, so
So
we don't-
how do you guys balance
Right,
it?
we don't always have to do the exact same thing. So like I'm a daredevil. I like adventurous
Excursions.
activities, and a lot of people don't do those things. So the girls who like to do what do you call it, zip lining or parasailing, whatever it is that we're gonna do, we all do it. And the other ones, they sit back on the beach or at the pool and do what
Now,
they
do
wanna
the
do.
other girls get kind of jealous?
No.
Like, oh, you're hanging with Sally.
No, I will
you
say
hanging
though,
with
there's been a couple
Keisha.
times, no, not a couple, there's been a time, no, maybe twice, where we allow people to invite other people.
And it was a problem,
And,
right?
and well, they may have had a problem, but our main circle, they ain't never gonna be no problem with us.
That's why I say,
So-
and you can't just be inviting everybody on your girls trip. You know,
Because
you
that
can't-
person that you invite has to kind of mesh
Yeah.
well with the other folks.
and understand what it is to be on vacation and compromise too. You know, there's some things that
It is.
you know you may not want to do. This person may want to do. You'd be okay with it, you know. And then you all get together at nighttime or something
Right.
like that. You know, vacation is a time to have fun
And relax.
and relax and girl, it's nothing like a girls trip. And I was so glad when that movie came out, Girls Trip.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
they're
it was
gonna
just
do
like
a
Girls
sequel
Trip too.
Oh,
Yes,
I
that would be
saw
great.
it. They're gonna do a sequel.
All right, so we can move along. So Shonda, I
Okay,
nominate
I'll go.
you.
Yay.
Here, we'll keep this right here.
I can't pick what I want, right?
Nope.
Let's see.
Go ahead.
Self-esteem.
Ooh, that's a good one.
This is a very good one. First thing that comes to my mind.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1. Level up.
Level up. Thank you. I'll
Okay.
make this short.
All right.
You can't do this. Okay.
I think that, I wish when I was younger, I knew the importance of
Self-esteem.
self-esteem.
I agree.
You know, like if I had could talk to my younger self, you know, yeah, I would definitely emphasize the importance of having a high self-esteem and loving who you are, loving the skin you're in. And we're not going to go deep into this conversation, but Courtney probably has been through this, but most women who are darker complected probably have gone through a period of having low self-esteem. I know I certainly did when I was younger, because I had darker skin.
That really sucks. So.
Yeah.
My mom is dark skinned, and she has had that issue all her life. And I grew up in a household with, you know, I never realized that she was dark skinned until other people said it, and it's like, is she? Is
Right.
she? I don't look at her. That's my mother. I don't look at her like being dark or whatever. But you know, I could. For me, you know, mine was more. I was like 5'7" at 9 years old.
Wow.
I wore a size 10 shoe at 9 years old. I had boobs and hips at 9 years old. So I was always overdeveloped. And it was like, who is this woman coming in our class at 9 years old? At 9 years old. So yeah, so I could definitely identify, you know, not so much the complexion, but you know, just standing out and just being insecure and feeling, you know, awkward and like, you know, as if people are staring at me because I stand out. But the beauty about it is like, I love standing out loud. Right.
Yes. You stepped into
I
yourself.
love it. I embrace it. Yes.
I think we all go through, even as young kids and as women, we still have self-esteem issues. There's little different things that, you know, you don't like about yourself that you see that nobody else is, you know, can see. You know, you may not like, you know, the size of your legs, you know, your height, your hips,
Which
your
is why I'm trying to
complexion, your
cover my
face,
belly right
whatever,
now.
your hair or whatever.
Cover it up, boo.
But, you know, I think as for me, speaking for me, as I got older, I was you know, able to accept myself for who I am. Yes, my nose is big. Yes, I have big hips. Yes, I'm short and stumpy and whatever. And yes, you know, I can act goofy
But you
sometimes.
cute, girl.
But I'm taken in my eyes. But I had to grow into loving myself
Yes.
because I didn't always think that I was cute. And I think everybody goes to that little awkward stage. But I think it's also important to understand that, you know, beauty comes in all different types of forms. And you don't have to be like everybody
I
else.
feel
You
so
are
bad
who
for
you
these young girls.
are. Yeah,
now.
it's a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot of pressure.
See,
for them.
when we,
Because
I mean,
they
think
have
about,
social media.
Right, I was just about to say that. Like,
You just had the
now-
pretty girl down the street that you're like, I wish I had hair like her.
Right, exactly. Yeah, when we were growing up in our age group, it was like all the guys like the light skinned
Yes,
girls.
that's
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
all the
Long
girls
hair.
like the Yeah, we wouldn't have liked you at all.
But I was always the sister. I was always the sister. I always hung out with boys. Or I was like I was the sister of the group. They wasn't checking for me.
We wouldn't have liked Lachey. We would have been like,
They weren't checking.
I would have liked you, Lachey. I think because I guess
but she had long, real hair.
Oh yeah, long real hair. I wasn't like that. But you know, people don't like people because they wish they had.
And a lot of them light-skinned girls today. You look back in your,
don't be a mean girl,
you
but
look back in your.
anyway.
Melon is here.
Yeah, Melanie.
Yes,
is
to
there.
stay.
Yeah.
But I would even add that when I used to go on vacation with my dad, I didn't even want to. I used to hide from the sun.
Oh.
Like I would run. Seriously, I would run because I'm gonna get darker. But now, what do I do, Sharon?
Stay in the sun.
I lay out like I'm light skinned.
Oh, I tell you what,
I lay out.
When we first met you, what did we say? She is beautiful.
Yeah,
Didn't we say her?
no.
You had your skin complexion. We love them. Like
Yeah.
her skin is so clear. You are beautiful. Lachey,
You're up
the
next,
bag is in
girl.
your court.
I'm looking.
The bag, the ball, the bag.
Look, yeah.
Peeking.
Come on, it's a black and white question.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Health.
Ooh,
Health.
that was a good one.
Very important, especially nowadays, with people, not eating meat products and going, what are they called?
Vegan.
Vegan and
stuff
vegan,
like
vegetarian.
that. Definitely an area that I need to
Improve.
Yeah.
I think that speaks to everybody, though, right?
Well, I think
we could all improve. And
yeah, but when you're younger. If you're taught, but no, if you're taught how to eat when you're younger, I think as you get older, it gets easier because I've always had, well, in my family, I was always the short, chubby kid. Always.
Were you?
Yes, everybody. I'm the shortest person in my entire family. How does that happen? So after my father's side, and so all my cousins growing up were very, very thin, and so I used to get picked on for my weight. But thank you. Because that's why I look the way I look now, and that's why I'm so health conscious. Because I've always, was self-conscious about my size and my weight, so I always ate healthy. So when we were coming back from the clubs with my girlfriends, while they were at White Castle on Elizabeth Avenue, eating burgers and fish sandwiches or whatever, I had a
I was
nice
probably
tea.
with them.
But that just reminds me
when we
of
were
a
in college.
story. That reminds me of a funny story. So speaking of health, of course, so Stacy, so her experience is very different from my experience. So I always ate terribly. So my parents gave us an allowance, my sister and I, an allowance, and we could go to the corner store once a day. So we would think about what we wanted to eat. Like, it was like part of our lives. Like, all right, so today I'm getting a funny bone, and I'm going to get like a bag of potatoes, and we did this every single day, and we ate terribly. So this is something that I didn't learn from childhood. So now I go to college, and of course, no one is monitoring your food. What you eat is buffet style. So I go there, and every day I'm eating a hamburger
Really bad.
and french fries. And then I meet Stacy, and Stacy was like, "You can't eat that all the time. You eat that every day. You better stop eating those fries." And I felt like, who is she to tell me I can't eat the fries? But then once I gained 10 pounds, I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." So I never ate like that.
My friends always used to say, "You eat just like a valley girl. You eat where you come from." Yes, I always ate a whole bunch of
Till
vegetables.
this day, if we go to
always
Dunkin'
see.
Donuts and I want a donut, and she's like, "Don't touch the donut."
Yeah, I've always eaten like that. Always. I mean, I have my binges. I fall off the bandwagon, but I jump right back on because I've always eaten my vegetables. I think another part of it has to do with my grandmother, just being around her so much because she was a diabetic and she was had serious health issues. And I always knew I don't want to be taking no needles and drinking this, having being told what to eat and what not to eat. I don't want to live like that. So
But yeah,
that kind of scared me too.
now I just heard you said, but you were always thin. But you know, there's a difference between being healthy and
thin.
fit.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are
skinny fat.
skinny fat,
Yeah.
right?
And unhealthy.
So
and skinny
you know,
diabetics too.
exactly. You could be skinny and still have a heart attack, just like a fat, really overweight person can have a heart attack. So
what about
health is
exercise? You've always exercised. I've always been fit and active and
I
always into
haven't.
sports.
I haven't. I waited until I was like 39 to want to become an athlete.
Yeah.
Right.
Pushing.
Pushing.
Another part is Stacy pushing.
And actually, I'm going to credit these women amongst
Yes.
me right now for that
I'm
because you guys have motivated me, and I've tried so many different things that I would have never ever tried to do before. Shonda got me into running. Stacy got me first into cycling and spinning. And we all spin together. We do hiking trips. We do a lot. We've done marathons, half marathons, a lot of physical activities based on these women right here. So they keep me going. They keep me encouraged. And this is our lifestyle. So we in it to the end.
Right. You
I'm
can't
going to
stop
add
now.
a little bit too on the health. I think now is more, I'm starting to think more about the food that I eat, as well as I'm thinking about the food that the kids are eating, because I really think that, I don't know if the government is putting some stuff in this stuff, but I really think the food that we're eating is contributing to all this mental health.
Of course.
Oh, the mental health too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People are
yeah.
doing some bizarre
things.
stuff.
Yes. It's a lot of
I'm like,
It is probably
it gotta be
a
chicken. It gotta be like
correlation,
some of the stuff
yeah.
that's happening is
Right.
like, okay, no.
When we were younger,
How
how
big-
big was a chicken wing?
right.
A chicken wing was very small. And if you see a big pumped up wing from,
I don't even
Yeah,
like them
and
big
then
old
how
wings.
many
I don't
people,
like them.
how many autistic people did we
Yeah,
even hear about?
nobody.
All of a sudden,
But see, no, but I'm
all of a
not
sudden
talking
you
about
hear-
that level of like,
you're talking about
like,
anxieties
no, I'm
and
talking people doing just,
schizophrenic, craziness. It's also
well, I mean, just
drugs,
weird.
but
Like you hear more of issues that we haven't heard from like in years.
We were growing
When
up.
we were growing up, you hear a
Mass
lot of
shootings
autism issues. You hear a lot of mental health, bipolar. Those
Everybody
were
has
not
anxiety.
things. Yeah, anxiety,
Right.
depression. There's a lot of suicides. You know, it's just. I don't know what it is. Whether it's in the food, whether it's just environments. I don't know what it is, but definitely is a rise in that. Definitely, I don't know the correlation between that and health.
So
Not
be
a
very
doctor.
conscious of what you eat
yeah.
and who you hang around with.
And make health and fitness your lifestyle.
Exactly. It's a part-time job, and your payoff is your body, your weight loss, your fitness, your toning your
Those
body.
endorphins,
Right.
dopamine,
It's like you can't.
all
You
that.
have to. Right. I mean, it's a stress reliever for me, and
It is.
I have always said it's not even about so much of losing weight. It's about being mentally.
Yeah, because
stable.
I don't even. I mean, my nutrition I could definitely stand to improve because I'm the first one to say that I don't eat well, but I need to exercise just for mental health and stress
you just feel like
reliever.
a
And you
badass.
feel
Right.
like you know, even when we do the things that we do, like you know, it might be a hard hike or whatever. You know, I'm one of the main ones that's complaining as we go
And
up
we
there,
finish it.
and I'm usually in the back with a shake talking about they got us in this thing, we doing all of this,
When is this
whatever. You
over?
know, right? And then once you get up there and you accomplish whatever we're
Because then
doing,
you know, like, damn, I could
you
do-
cross
I
that
could
finish
do
line.
anything.
You
I'm
feel
not
like
jumping out of
badass.
the plane though. You
Right.
want to do that craziness? I'm not doing
Now
that.
I would. I think I would. The only thing,
think that's fake.
I think I need to be pushed though.
That's like no. I feel like that's like a pretend suicide.
So here's
I'm
the
not
thing. So
doing
here's what
that.
I decided though. Not that I decided. Not I'm gonna plan it, but I feel like, and this gonna sound like kind of eerie.
What?
Oh God.
Like,
But I feel like I'm gonna die living. Like
Okay.
I'm gonna die living my life. And what, like, I mean,
Yeah.
like this past week, my friends like, you're crazy. Like, you know, I'm always swimming. I go out to the ropes where they say do not swim, no swim zone. I'm out there. You can't even. You wouldn't even. I'm all the way out there.
Oh, you think
I'm one of those people.
You
I'm
take
out
a
there.
risk to the
I
point
love
where
taking
there's no return?
risks.
Is Is that what you're trying
I
to
don't
say?
know. I just like taking risks. This is no fun if you
It's no
don't.
fun if you don't.
I have to take a risk, and it's fun though because after you do it,
That is kind of morbid though.
it's weird. But
I'm not
I
gonna
want
swim
to
to the
die
boat.
living.
I'd be like, take me back to shore.
yeah.
All right, Shonda, be like, all right, Shonda, all right, I'm
You
with
know,
you.
so if something
I'm
ever
gonna be
happens,
waiting like, no, Shonda, don't do it, girl.
And that's what
But
people
I'm gonna be standing still and you're gonna keep going.
So we went on this crazy horseback riding tour. We're going. I don't know what the. Oh no! And he's going up with the. He's going up the cliff, and this one is so good. It's the best in the world.
Where? Oh,
Oh
okay.
my god! And
Well,
he's
I'm
going
all
up this
about living
this
without
cliff,
regrets though.
and it is pretty dangerous.
The cliff?
Mhm.
You start going
And
fast
you
with
go,
the horse?
but the horse going, he's just going. But I got the phone. You gotta put that phone down. But I gotta capture
Yes.
this.
I gotta do that too. But wait, I remember when I was horseback
You
riding.
would be like,
I was
yeah.
crazy.
But remember when we went to Italy? I had to take. We went on a bike tour in Italy. It was crazy.
Really?
And I'm videotaping. I'm
Because
getting out the track.
there's no,
We're about to
speed
get
limits or
ran
something,
over by
right?
freaking mopeds.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
How
But we
you
did it.
Yeah.
So
That's what life is about. You have to live your life to the fullest
I just
with
wanna-
no regrets.
Exactly.
I don't want to die old. I can't do nothing.
Nothing, right? And then say you didn't do anything. I wish I coulda, shoulda, woulda. No, that's not gonna be
Anybody
us.
got big regrets? Speaking of regrets. Anybody have like, oh, I wish I would have.
No, as far as life, I wish I would.
Yeah, I mean, even, just like we're talking about physical activities. Like,
Physical activity.
But it's not too late though. You're still living.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, but
So-
I wish that I would have,
I'm just
like, in
not
my
going to bungee
30s,
jump and
been
jump out.
physically fit.
Oh
and,
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but you're physically
That's
fit
too late.
now.
Exactly.
Well, okay.
All right, so
All right,
I'm
next
going
one.
to go. I was looking through this, so let me just.
Opportunity
one
to
out.
drink my wine. Yes.
Lord, what we going to talk about when I pull this out?
What?
Uh-oh.
Dating. Why not? I haven't dated in the 17
You
years.
date your husband.
I want to date my husband. Yeah,
That's
it.
it.
Listen, I have been married for 14 years.
Dang,
We've been
Stacey,
dating.
you've been married for 14
Yay!
years?
Can I get a pat on the shoulder?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's still alive.
And you still alive.
He's still alive. Dating when you I'm going to speak from a married perspective, and then I think I'll speak from when I wasn't married. Okay, so from a married perspective, I feel like you have to date your husband. You have to go out on dates. And my husband and I, we're always dating. No matter what, we're always dating. He could get on my last.
How often do you guys date? Once a month? Twice a month?
We date a lot. Like, I want to say, like, not every weekend, but we're always doing something together. And when it's just us, so I would say maybe we date with just us, just me and him, maybe like 2 or 3 times
I don't
a
know.
month. Yeah, and we have the best time. It's just like before we were married, and I'm always like, yeah, I think I kind of like you. And we just recently did a hike, and I have been forced. My husband he really is down for whatever. Like, he don't care. Like, I may have to push him maybe like one time, and he'll be like, oh, all right. But we did a hike, and this was his first time. Now, granted, 500 feet into the hike, sit down,
like 10 steps.
oh my God, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. But he actually really, really enjoyed it. 'Cause my husband is so not into fitness. He don't care about that stuff. But he really enjoyed the hike, and he really wants to do a couples hike.
Nice.
But as far as dating, like, I loved going out with my husband because of what he paid for everything. So the dad got it all. So that's why I love dating my husband, because he is a lot of fun. Now, prior to us getting married, and we're going to talk when I was in my 20s. I hated dating. I hated it. I hated finding new people. I hated, like, getting to know people.
somebody.
I don't want to
all
meet
over
your
again.
family. I don't want to meet your
And
sisters.
then you gotta knock in the house and
you got to introduce yourself, and then I'm like, I don't even know if I
Pretend
really
like
want to
you
be
all
with
nice.
you. Yeah, I just
Pretend
want
like
to be nice. And pretend like you like that person, right? But I think if you're dating somebody that you really like, it could be cool.
I'm the only one that's single here.
Okay.
So I'm jaded with dating. I've had my share of disappointments. So I personally feel that women are so afraid to be single, and they get in relationships just so they can not be single,
Right.
And
they end up women concede so much, and I hate that. It's like
well, that's
that
kind of like what you
bothers me.
said about self-esteem earlier.
Yes,
though,
and
right?
it bothers me. I feel like women, maybe they don't when you're in it, they don't feel like they're settling. But I feel like,
well, you know, they always say, you know, there's limited.
It's kind of
right?
right, but
so they feel like, oh well, because there's a little, you know, a handful of men.
I'm gonna take
Then
what I
I'm
can
just
get.
gonna take what I can get,
and I feel like we do that more than they do it.
But
Right.
then you can find some women that really love that person, and sometimes you have to have grace for them to grow. So you have to go through some of those tough things and them being immature and growing into.
That's why I say. But that's the thing. But my issue is that I don't want to have to go through all these obstacles to make it to finally make it to the altar.
right?
I don't think that should be a prerequisite
But
to
see,
love. I really don't.
Yeah,
I don't, because they ain't doing. These men ain't doing all that. They're not gonna do that.
I understand, Shay, what you're saying in terms of you
you
gotta, you know, I'm not gonna say ride or die because I really don't like that terminology
neither.
when it
Absolutely
comes to a man. Like a girl, yeah, I'm your ride or die because I know, you know,
My kid,
whatever. But a man, normally when they say ride or die, is more like I'm gonna do anything for you, and that
No matter
I'm
what.
not. I'm not. You know,
I just
but-
want them to concede some too.
exactly.
But we always.
You have to go through your, you know, you gotta ride with them a little, and you gotta be understanding and go through the trials and all that, blah blah blah. But I understand what you're saying.
But why are we so
You gotta-
afraid to be single?
I
I
think
don't
just
know.
some
Why
women
so many wives?
they're just so like caught up on being alone and having to be with somebody.
and just
but,
having somebody there, right?
but it's also not loving yourself.
At what cost?
Well, you know.
At what cost, though? I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I listen, without going too deep, but I was at a friend's
this
house.
is real deep.
And I was at a friend's house, and it was a table full of women, and they were all talking about their dudes. And one girl was just talking about like how unhappy she was in her marriage and blah blah blah. And as she was talking, this other girl was kind of real quiet, right? And she was like, she didn't agree with any, like everybody else at the table were like, oh yeah, that's terrible. He did this, he did, oh my God. And it was never any reaction from this one person. And she was like, you know what? So I just saw that she was too quiet. So I asked her, you know, you don't think any of this, I noticed you're not agreeing with any of what this girl is saying. And she said, I don't think that anything is a deal breaker. I mean, you know, as long as the man is not on drugs.
Oof.
So you mean you will accept anything? He could walk all over you. He could cheat on you.
and there gotta be a meter.
Your thing is that he's not on drugs?
You gotta have a meter.
That's somebody that has low self-esteem.
Like, exactly.
Yeah, where's your morals and your values? Like, how much do you love yourself? A person will only
Right.
do to you what you will allow them to.
And you can take it because I feel like I'm good. You know, you
I
take
had
it,
to
take
take
it,
to
take
that
it,
though.
take it,
Like,
take
I
it.
gotta
But
get
it
out
ain't gonna,
this
it ain't
conversation.
listen.
It ain't gonna be a
It's got an expiration.
Right.
It's got an
Well, you know what?
expiration.
Also, you know, there's certain things that you're just not gonna like about.
But to
it.
that taking it though, I think even in the taking it, there's still boundaries.
Mhm.
So if the taking it crosses your boundaries, then you need to set, look, you cross them.
Mhm.
You know, I don't think that people should just take it. Yeah, anybody or any man that's not really a mature man is going to try anything and try what they can get away with.
Exactly.
But when he crossed that boundary, so I think with single women as they're dating, they need to recognize what your boundaries are. What are you going to accept? What are you going to leave for them to grow and mature. And once they hit that boundary, like, wait a minute, hold up, and stand firm with it, no matter what comes after it, whether it be whining and dining, whatever. Okay, thank you for the wine and dine, but this is still my boundary. Like, and a lot of women, after that wine and dine, they don't stand firm on their boundaries. And I think that's what women need. They need more boundaries, and they need to really stick with it, even if it means going out there finding another man.
So my question too, though, is we are women of a certain age group. How much? I mean, we are. And so that is no, I'm getting now. But how much grace are you giving? Because you're meeting people in this age group or older,
Right.
So how much grace are you giving? You know what I mean? Like how much? I mean, okay, no, you're not gonna be perfect, but I ain't gonna be too much. Let me look at your potential and see what you can be.
No, not at this age.
No, I feel like maybe you're in your 20s and your 30s, which is probably great. You know that. Because when you're younger, you do have a little more tolerance. You do have a little more ability or willingness to work with someone because you're still working on yourself at that age. But
what about dating an older person, an older guy, or dating outside your race,
or dating somebody younger? I don't know
I
about
don't know,
that.
because I think men take a little longer to mature, but I also think, and I don't want to get all, spiritual with it, but I also think that, even in dating, you have to prey on the person that you're attracted to, because you can be attracted to the wrong thing or that bad thing in yourself that you need to grow in. So sometimes we date what we reflect, but it's the same thing that we reflect in ourselves.
She just caught it. She just said it.
That we don't pick up.
And that's scary.
That main thing about us that we want to change, but we haven't got to the root of it. So sometimes we just have to really pay attention to those signs and say, okay, are these some things that he's going to mature in, or is it a potential, or am I making it a potential and, just kidding myself, he going to get better in this, but no, you want him to get better, but is that something he want to get better at? Right. So I really think that we need to know those things and know, is he working towards this? Is he working towards that?
But how do you know? You gotta trust God.
I mean, you have to trust God, because He'll show you.
Yeah.
Things is not going. If you pray on something, He will show you. But we can't be afraid to react.
And we have to let Him lead.
Right.
And that's another thing is, see, we lead. We say, all right, God, I got this guy. I love him so much, and we want to make him who he is. But that may not be the guy that God wants us to be with. So now what? Now we stuck with something that, you might be, 50%.
No,
you ain't stuck. But you might be with somebody that maybe you 50% happy with. But if you would have listened to God over there, you could have been 100% happy with.
Well, I think you just have to really, like what Shay said, really just pray on it and just know that God has something in store for you, and it's going to come your way, and believe it, because we just was at this motivational speaker who said, just speak it into existence. Don't thank you, God. Ask Him in advance. I mean, thank Him in advance. And thank you for this wonderful, handsome man.
So we want to say thank you, Lord, for Shonda's husband.
Yes!
He's a great man. We love him so much. We don't even know him yet, but he is coming this way.
Well, I didn't pray that my husband be in the package that I wanted it.
But his body is
Right there. How do you want it, Shonda? So when you tall, you want to hold up to his shoes. Thank you, Lord, for sending Shonda a tall man, Lord. The man of God
that I'm attracted to is never in the package that I'm attracted to. If that makes sense. I love older. I love all that comes with older. But I don't like the package that older is in.
Because sometimes they're too subtle.
I did that though. I did that before.
A hype
Pop,
Yes, you
looking
gotta
like
be
Pop. I don't like go out with Pop. But I'm attracted to them mentally. I like, I like people who I can learn from. I like that.
You gotta get past the outer and deal with
You can't be acting old. You can't be acting like my dad.
No.
We're not saying 70, I'm sorry.
No, but some of these guys, you can't wear no matching short set.
Sorry.
I don't want the shit smashing the shorts. No.
That's something that's workable.
No, because they don't want to. Women love that. They don't want to.
When they don't have that no more and they have only what you put
Oh,
together.
you want to steal it?
Right. This is what we gonna wear.
But I need that, but I need somebody who's gonna want to go skydiving with me, who's gonna want to go zip line. I still need you to be youthful.
Skydiving.
Like I want you to be youthful.
But what about when they say opposites attract though? Like you want somebody like you. You're
You
not
need
gonna
him to
find-
support
may
you
not
in that, but
find
he don't have to
someone
actually
You
do
have
it.
to do it, but you can't be
That's Dexter.
criticizing me.
He's not gonna go on a jet ski. Like I forced him to do that one time, and now he's just like, oh, you could go ahead. Like, and I got used to it. We know
That's
that
fine, but
he's
as long as you're okay with me doing it and you
Right.
can
Yeah,
support
I mean,
me,
you
Go
want
back
somebody like you. You want a clone, but you may
but
not
not
get that.
Here.
Yeah, you may not get that.
But
But I mean,
so you
like
gotta compromise.
my husband and
You
I
need
think
to
we're
write
Give me
down.
exactly what I want.
opposite.
I
You
need
need to
that.
write down.
God got a handle. He's gonna give me exactly what I want.
He is, but you have to
And but
know
I'm-
what
but
you
his-
want.
I know what I want.
Then
And
write
I
down-
think she's
Which is why I'm
very,
by
very
myself.
specific though.
Write
Right
down
now.
a prayer of
Two,
a
maybe
husband
two.
that you want. Be consistent and
Write
pray
in
it
your journal.
once a day.
Yeah, but you
Pray
just
that
thank
prayer.
him.
And just thank him. You
Yeah.
have to believe that
Exactly.
you have that man.
Go ahead,
And
Jay.
God will bring him to you.
Yes.
But if you
Yes,
hear what you
girl.
want and hear what you want and hear, and you kind of really want some or all of it, but you really kind of don't know what, like you gotta be.
I'm always
specific
clear.
on
Yeah, but that's specific. He might,
But at
God
the
might
same
be
time-
like, I don't want to give you a man that's 6'2". I want to
Oh,
give.
I'm
I
not
got
with
this
that.
man that's
Why?
5'10".
5'2".
Well, I ain't saying all that.
I'm okay with that stuff, but I mean,
Right,
but here's
yeah.
the thing: I'm okay with waiting. That's my point.
You wait.
I'm whole, and that's the thing. I'm
Well,
I'm
that's
whole.
very
So let me ask you
important.
this:
That's
Have
very
you
important.
dated outside your race though?
I have,
Oh, did you like it?
I did.
Oh,
I messed up.
Oh.
I did. So at the time, though, that I did it, I wasn't ready for it.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't comfortable with it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I did.
All right, would you date outside your race?
I certainly
Maybe
would.
you want to.
I certainly
too.
would. I
What
have
about
dated
you, Jay?
outside my race. I've dated. Well, I've never dated a Caucasian man, but I've dated Hispanics a lot.
Yeah, we dated.
Inside.
I'm
You
gonna
say
stick to
have
that.
you dated? Would you date outside your race?
I would have, but I didn't.
No.
You
But
never
would
dated
be
outside
open-
an
you would be
African
open
American
to-
man?
No.
I mean,
I did a Dominican, but I didn't consider him outside my race.
I did. I Dominican,
but
Puerto
that's
Rican.
still like ethnic.
Yeah,
just
kinda-
Dominican, Puerto Rican.
He prefer color.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
well, I mean, I've
But
never.
it's still cultural.
Okay.
But I will say I have been attracted to Caucasian men.
Me
Oh,
too.
yes.
Oh yes, I find
They gotta have a certain type of
Gotta have a certain swag, for
Certain
sure.
swag.
swag. Yes,
Like,
yes.
and all men
It
to
was
me gotta have a
it was
little
an
swag.
Indian doctor that I was like.
Yeah, an Indian. I would say the Indian, but they, there's some cultural barriers.
It's a
there
lot
on
of
their side, 'cause
cultural
they don't,
barriers
they
with,
don't,
with
they
all
right.
cultures.
typically they don't, but they, they
That
have.
they
but
don't
they
what?
Yeah.
They don't
Date
want
Indians,
outside
they don't
their
date
race.
outside, like
Oh.
typically. But
Yeah.
I would, I wouldn't mind.
All right, so are we done
So,
with that?
Yes,
You
we are. You got a little bit of glimpse of Girl Time Court and Stace. Wind
Yes,
down.
we
Girlfriend
are so
session.
happy that you guys joined us today.
Thank you.
We're
Thanks
so
for having
happy.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
for having
us. Yes.
Now, next session, we're going to get real deep because we're going to bring in some of our youngings, the younger
Give a
generation,
different
because
perspective.
we need to understand what they're going through because some things
Absolutely.
I just don't get it.
We may be able to school these young girls
Yeah.
on something.
And
I
again,
was about to say,
Huh?
vice
Yes.
versa, yes.
Because I feel like I'm at that stage where I am like the auntie where you're like, what? Yeah, certain things that I'm like gagging that, some of these young girls are just
And
like,
I
are you
think
serious?
it's always good to just stay in just
The
be-
loop. Stay in the loop.
Stay in the loop and then stay open to learn new things.
Right.
Like we should never stop learning. We should always be on that path where we want to learn and get to know different people
Right.
and just experience
Know different cultures.
things and
Generations,
Right.
understanding where they're coming
Yeah.
from and what their outlook is.
yeah.
And you gotta learn. You have
just
kids
gotta
coming
have
up,
Right, and
so
I
you
have to
to
stay
learn how to
abreast.
relate to them. and-
Right, I have to stay abreast. And my kids do keep me abreast. My nieces are the main ones that keep me abreast of everything because I never thought it'd be a time when they'd be like, "Oh, you need to take that off." Me?
First of all,
Oh, that-
these hashtags and these
Wow.
these things on social media, I don't know half the stuff. Like,
What it do?
I don't know what
It's
it
too
means.
much.
I'm so confused and like, what is this acronym here? What is that? Like, and then I find myself Googling it. I'm like, all right, Courtney, you just.
But
Doing
they
the way
respect us too.
Yeah, they do.
Because they definitely come to us. I love it.
Yeah, I
They
just
come-
because I
they
work
want
with
wisdom.
teenagers and they of course with the relationships and everything and they school me on the internet, the computer, what different things social media, this cyber world
My nephew
on.
thinks I'm old.
Yeah, so but it's okay because we're cool. How about that? So we just want to thank you for tuning
Yes.
in to Girl Time with Court and Stace.
Yes, we had a ball today.
Nice.
So
Yes.
Ladies, thank
Nice
you so
conversation.
much.
It was great. So stay tuned for our next session of a wind down soiree with the girls.
And also, we want to thank
Lit
Lit Media
Productions.
Productions. That's yes. We want to thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys
All
so
right.
much.
Toodles. Have
Till
a great
next